From the Center for Music Learning, I'm Dr. Micah Killian here with some thoughts on practice. Imagine that you've identified 3 passages of music that need some polishing for an upcoming concert. Let's just call them passages A, B, and C. And you've got 45 minutes to practice them. Which of the following scenarios do you think would lead to more learning? Would it be better to spend 15 minutes on A, then 15 minutes on B, and end with 15 minutes on C? Or would it be better to spend 5 minutes on A, 5 on B, then 5 on C, and repeat that cycle 3 times? These two are called blocked and interleaved schedules. And you'll notice that in both scenarios, the same amount of time is spent in total, 45 minutes, and on each passage, 15 minutes each. It may seem intuitive to guess that these two scenarios should see the same amount of learning, but as it happens, interleaved practice has been shown in lots of research to be better for skill development. And here's why. Once memories, both declarative, like facts and names, and procedural memories, like how to ride a bike, are coded and stored in the brain, they have to be retrieved if we actually want to use them. Like if you're out to dinner with someone and they ask you what the capital of Libya is, assuming that you've learned that at some point in your life, you've got to actually recall that from your memory in order to tell them that it's Tripoli. If you sit down today to practice a piece that you worked on yesterday, you need to recall from your memory how you made it sound the way it sounded. Great musicians can recall a whole lot of memories of the things they've learned in the past. Interleaving practice is essentially a way to improve your ability to recall more stuff faster and more accurately. During this interleaved schedule, notice that a lot of stuff happens between the periods where you work on passage A. So each time you come back to passage A after working on passages B and C, you're practicing recall. You're reconstructing all the stuff that you did 10 minutes prior. Interleaving passages like this turns up the effort that's required for you to play them the way that you intend to. And it's precisely that effort that makes for more effective learning. But effortful practice is by definition harder. This means that interleaving practice schedules leave people thinking that they've learned less, despite the opposite actually being true. It also means that sustaining periods of interleaved practice may not be particularly enjoyable. It may be a little more frustrating than blocked practice and may require more periods of rest. So if you'd like to build this into your practice, I suggest starting with small intervals of time. Maybe pick 2 different passages and oscillate between them just a couple of times. It's also important to note that interleaving practice tasks is really only going to be beneficial if you're already practicing effectively in the first place. If you're unsure about some of the features of effective practice, here's a great article by some of my colleagues here at the Center for Music Learning from 2009, where they identify some great things to think and do when you're in the practice room. If you're already in the habit of thinking and doing effective stuff in the practice room, try interleaving a few tasks in your next practice session, improves your ability to recall and learn more.